Going live. You're live. But I said I'm dead. This is the Aaron Zero Show podcast for December 5. Let us see what is in the news. So, sharing TOI's report, renowned historian William Dalrymple condemns demolition of 17th century Mubarak manzil and says that it's an important historic building and destroyed due to the connivance of authorities. That's exactly why futile, that's why exactly India attracts few tourists. Well, I'm really not bothered if India attracts few tourists. India is for Indians. I must be crazy. Anyway, Tomiko Itoka, a Japanese woman who was the world's oldest person according to Guinness Book Records, dies at age of 116. LeBron James, 40, breaks Michael Jordan's record for most 30 points games in NBA regular season history during the Los Angeles Lakers 119-102 victory over Atlanta Hawks. Trump backed Republican Mike Johnson re elected as Speaker of House of Representatives with a narrow victory margin of 3 votes. 6 Indian Americans sworn in as members of House, the largest so far for the minority ethnic community in USA. Use zero visibility for 9 hours worth fog of season blind city, 400 flights hit, 100 trains disrupted. We're talking about New Delhi, and 200 flyers deboarded after 7 hours in planes. And then the AAP national convener Kejriwal vows to waive inflated water bills. And 4 soldiers die as vehicle falls into J&K Gorge. 6 killed in blast at Tamil Nadu Fireworks Union. India asks WHO for China outbreak info following reports of cases of respiratory illness. And then what else do we have here? Prime Minister Modi hails rise in rural consumption, says vision is to empower villages and celebrate the rise in rural consumption during the recent household consumption expenditure survey and a dip in poverty as underlined. The consumption expenditure showcase rural houses are diversifying their spending and devoting larger part of expenditure on non-food items. And then what else do we have? I have not retired, just stood down for this test. In team's interest, says Rohit Sharma, out of form test and ODI captain. So he is not going to be playing. Lakshadweep divers bump into a wreck of a centuries-old warship, which could be of European origin. R. Chidambaram, the brain behind Pokhran nuclear tests, has passed away. And the tests were carrying Operation Smiling Buddha in 1974 and Operation Shakti. And so he was one of the main architects of the Pokhran nuclear blast test. Then what else do we have here? Samosa caucus targeted on X over ethnic solidarity post. Some Indian Americans celebrated their Samosa caucus and they put out a message on the X platform, and they were immediately criticized by the MAGA Republican Party or MAGA wing extremists, saying that they should be deported, people who are Congress people. New Orleans attacker had bomb materials at home. And the great thing about the shit, or not, I won't say great thing, but the thing about the New Orleans shootings and the Las Vegas explosions was Mr. Trump immediately blamed it on immigrants. And it was actually US Army veterans who conducted these shootings and blasts. And that takes me back to 1995 when a gentleman called Timothy McVeigh exploded a huge bomb in Oklahoma, which killed 168 people. And at that time, they said it was some Arabs or some terrorists and whatnot. And then they found out again that it was a US Army veteran who had done all this. So Russia vows response after Actam's attacks Belgrade and vowed to retaliate after accused Ukraine of targeting its territory with the US supplied Army tactical missile system at the border region of Belgrade. And then Chancellor Scholz of Germany calls erratic Mr. Musk's comments. Mr. Musk called Chancellor Scholz a contemptuous fool, and he was celebrating the AfD, which is the Nazi party of Germany. And House Speaker Mike Johnson gets to keep his tough job. Hillary, Soros, and Messi among 19 recipients of Presidential Media Medal of Freedom. President Medal of Freedom is America's highest civilian award. And for the hush money case of Mr. Trump, the judge signals no penalty and no jail term. So I'm wondering why the hell are they having any sentencing even of that? It's just a pure waste of time. December 2025 or mid 26 units on Bangladesh poll timelines. That is according to Chief Advisor Mohammed Yunus. That is when the elections will most probably be held. And rising war costs pinch Israelis. And that's in an ironic way very funny because they have destroyed all of Gaza and probably a lot of Lebanon. And those that they forget about the pinch, they don't have any houses or anything to live in. It's all shattered completely. Strikes killed dozens in Gaza as new truce talks begin. And again, with all the military strikes from the Israeli army, already 65 people have been killed. Cartoonists quit Washington Post after the Daily Junk's cartoon on owner Bezos. And Anne Telnez, a Pulitzer Prize winning cartoonist for the Washington Post, said Friday she was resigning after the newspaper's opinion, a section rejected a cartoon depicting Post owner Jeff Bezos genuflecting towards the statue of President elect Trump. Younger Americans ditch booze for mocktails, which are fruit juices mixed with herbs and stuff like that, instead of having booze. And Chinese cat owners feed COVID pills to pets. As pet owners in China use the coronavirus pills to cure their cats. And on that wonderful break, we break with the Aaron News, Aaron Zero podcast. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.